In this video, I'm going to be going over my pack predictions for this week's content drop in NBA 2K25 My Team, and I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. Get involved, man. Let me know your guys' predictions. I think it's very fun to do these videos. I'm bringing them back here on this channel. I know I did them a ton in 2K23. I did them a couple times in 2K25, but I know some people don't enjoy these and maybe some people don't like watching them, but I know some people do as well. So for the people that want to see these, let me know if you guys want me to continue these videos in the future. So basically what I'm going to be doing is predicting the invincible card that I think we'll be getting tomorrow, the two 100 overall cards I think we'll be getting tomorrow as well, and then I might make some like dark matter predictions. Maybe not all five, because it's going to be hard to think of 5 different names for the dark matter cards, and it's really hard to predict. I don't think anybody would have predicted Gordon Hayward, Joe Johnson. Maybe somebody would have got a John Morant, maybe somebody would have got a Alex Sarr or a Luol Deng, but it's hard to guess the dark matter. So we're mainly just gonna be focused on the invincibles, the two 100 overalls, and then some dark matters as well. But like I said, guys, get in the comment section down below and let me know your guys' predictions. Let me know what invincible card you guys think we'll be seeing tomorrow. Let me know what 100 overall cards, and of course let me know any other dark matter, galaxy opal even predictions, or pink diamonds. Like, just guess any card in the set that you guys think we'll be getting. So starting with the invincible card for this week's content drop, if we look at the last two invincible cards, and the only two invincible cards we have in this game that are obviously on the auction house, is a power forward small forward Giannis and a small forward shooting guard Dr. J. I think we can pretty comfortably say it is not going to be a small forward primary, and it is not going to be a shooting guard primary. Now, it might be a center power forward card, like let's just say Shaq. Just throwing Shaq's name out there, that's not going to be my guess. It could be a Shaq, and he can also play power forward, but Giannis is more of a small forward, and Dr. J is more of a shooting guard. But I think we can pretty much write out right off the table, it's not going to be a shooting guard. Again, it might be a shooting guard point guard, but it's not going to be a primary shooting guard, and it's not going to be a primary small forward. So my guess is it's either going to be a point guard or it's going to be a center. And my guess is if we do get an out of position drop, I could 100% it be, LeBron James at the point guard position. I know that's what everybody's been predicting for the past couple weeks. Like, I see on Twitter all the time, people say, oh, it's going to be, invincible LeBron or 100 overall LeBron at the point guard position. And I understand, I would love to see that, but I just don't know if they're going to do an out of position drop tomorrow. I really hope they do. So I'm going to give maybe some guesses for an out of position drop. So if it is going to be out of position, what do I see happening? I don't know if it's going to be LeBron as the point guard. I think they might do a card from the All-Star set, but I don't know if it'll be LeBron. I almost think it could be like a Larry Bird at the point guard position from the festival. I would not be surprised. We haven't got a Larry Bird card in a while. If it's not out of position, my guess is going to be Invincible Magic. But if it is out of position, my guess is going to be Larry Bird that can play the point guard position. I think it's a little bit more realistic. I don't know if they're going to do LeBron as an out of position headliner, because he's already such a headlining card that they can pretty much put anybody as an out of position card, and they're going to be super hyped up, and they can be a headlining card no matter what. So I'm going to guess Larry Bird for an out of position set as the invincible. If it's not out of position, my guess is going to be Invincible Magic Johnson. So those are my two invincible guesses. I'll give you guys an out of position guess and also just some normal predictions as well if it's not an out of position drop. Now to talk about the 100 overall cards, I could see this name for either the out of position or just the normal sets. I could see Paul George 100% getting his 100 overall card. Now, we did just get two current 100 overall cards. We got Anthony Davis and Cade, obviously both players playing the NBA as of right now. And then in the last set, we also did get two 100 overall cards that are obviously still playing in Jason Tatum and Anthony Edwards. In the signature series set, we got Shea and Yao, so one old player, one new player. And then in this set, we did get two obviously retired players in Penny Hardaway and Tracy McGrady. So I think it's going to be another 1-1 in my personal opinion. That's just my prediction. So I do think as the current player, it is going to be Paul George. Again, I could see it as an out of position drop if he could play the point guard position. I could see that 100% Paul George being one of the out of position 100 overalls, but even just in a normal set, I could see him also getting that 100 overall card that can play the shooting guard position. Now, for an out of position 100 overall card, I think it's going to be a card that can play small forward. I don't know, like, is Bill Russell even in the game? I don't think Bill Russell is in my team, right? I could be wrong, and I know we always get Bill Russell as that like small forward card, but I'm trying to think of like a retired power forward or like a retired smaller center card that would be able to play small forward. Like, what's a really all-time great power forward? Like Tim Duncan would be like a great guess in my opinion, if he obviously didn't just get a 100 overall card in season 6. I'm trying to think of a retired power forward that's like a big name, or just a big name center that could play small forward that's not like ridiculously tall. Like, I don't think we see Shaq. Obviously, I mean, he has a 100 overall card, but I'm trying to think, like, let me go back to season 3 and just look through the sets. Like, is there any players in here I could see, like a Dwight Howard? Now, he technically is retired. Like, I could see they throw Dwight Howard as a 100 overall card at the small forward position. I think that's actually not a bad guess. Let me just quickly see if there's any other cards that I do want to make a guess on. Like a Chris Webber. Oh no, Chris Webber already has a card. Forgot about that. That would have been a good name, obviously, but he has that small forward card. Trying to think, like, for an out of position, I think it's going to be like a point guard, obviously. I don't think it's going to be 2 point guards as the 100 overall cards. I think it's going to be either a shooting guard or a small forward. So, like, maybe they go for like a big Z route, not obviously as a 100 overall card, but trying to think of maybe like a center that can play the shooting guard or small forward position. And I think Dwight's a pretty good guess. I think that's most likely going to be my guess. I was trying to think about big man. I think he's probably a good guess. Maybe Hakeem, but I feel like he got a dark matter somewhat recently, but you know, and he's in the same set as Paul George already, so I don't think it's going to be Hakeem, but Hakeem I could definitely see potentially. I kind of like Dwight. I think that'd be a good small forward card. I could definitely see that happening as the small forward or shooting guard position. So I'm going to guess either small forward or shooting guard 100 overall Wilt as my, or sorry, not Wilt, Dwight Howard. Have I been saying Wilt this whole time? I think I might have just been saying Wilt this whole time. I meant to say Dwight. Have I been saying Wilt? I think I might have, but I do think Dwight and Paul George are going to be my 2 100 overall guesses for the out of position set, and I wouldn't be surprised even if Dwight just gets a power forward card as the 100 overall card if it's not going to be an out of position drop. Now, for some dark matters that I potentially could see, I would want to say Paulo Banchero, but again, he's in the same set as Paul George, so I don't know if I want to say Paulo Banchero. I think we could see another card from the All-Star set potentially get their dark matter, so whether that's like Evan Mobley, dark matter, but they might want to save him potentially for the free dark matter from the Cavs in the Spotlight Sims. But I could definitely seeing it being Evan Mobley. I think that's a really good shout as one of the Galaxy Opals. You know, I could see a Jaylen Brown dark matter coming out, whether it's out of position or just normal. Like if it's out of position, him playing the point guard position. So I could see like a current player, like maybe a Pascal Siakam playing small forward. I think that's a really good guess for the out of position set. Like maybe he gets a dark matter small forward card or shooting guard card. I could definitely see that happening. So a couple current players I could see are like Siakam, Mobley, Jaylen Brown. I'm going to guess Jaylen Brown and Siakam. If it's an out of position set, and maybe just normally as well, I could see both of these cards getting dark matter versions. Now to talk about some other dark matters I potentially could see. I'm trying to think about any out of position cards that do make sense. I know we always get Big Z. I feel like we always get like Hito Turkoglu. Is there any tall point guards in this game, or like tall cards in this game at small forward that could play point guard potentially that I could see? Just trying to look through some names here and see if there's anybody that pops to my mind. Maybe a Rui Hachimura playing point guard at the dark matter tier. I potentially could see now that the Lakers are out of the playoffs and they're not going to be getting that free dark matter card or free Galaxy Opal, so they kind of can drop Rui now if they wanted to. I could see Rui potentially. DeMarcus Cousins isn't a bad show for a dark matter as well. I could see maybe him getting a shooting guard card if it's an out of position drop, or even him just getting a dark matter if it's a normal set. Jimmy Butler, I feel like he always gets a point guard and they probably want to save him for the Warriors. Maybe we get a free dark matter Jimmy if they move on to the Western Conference Finals. So I think DeMarcus Cousins is a good shout for an out of position drop. But these are all, I'm thinking more of like current players for this set. If we go to season 6, a lot of these cards are retired, I should say, like Luol Deng, Joe Johnson. I don't know if Gordon Hayward's still in the league, but he obviously doesn't play anymore. We got Ja and Sar as the 2 current cards. Is there maybe any other cards in the All-Star set that I could see? I mean, again, these are more current players, so I don't think it's going to be like a full current drop, but like I wouldn't be surprised to see like a Brandon Miller. I wouldn't be surprised to see like an Amen Thompson, you know, probably because the Rockets are going to be getting eliminated. So I could see something like that for the dark matters in this new set. So again, if it's out of position, those are all my out of position predictions. If it's not, I think it's going to look pretty much the same, or those are just my predictions as well if it's a normal content drop. But let me know in the comment section down below, what type of set do you guys think we're going to be getting? Do you guys think it's going to be out of position, maybe glitched? Any other sets do you guys think it could possibly be? And of course, let me know what 100 overall cards, you know, invincibles, dark matters, all the type of stuff that you guys can see dropping tomorrow in my team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, you guys found it interesting, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.